Hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. I hope you all are well. Jen is with me today.
Hey.
And Phoenix. Jen, what do you think of this road?
I think it's terrible.
You think it's terrible? Yeah, it's pretty steep and chunky for sure. I would highly recommend a high clearance vehicle if you find yourself attempting to do this, or better yet, a side-by-side. So recently I came down here probably about 2 months ago on a motorcycle, my XC250, and I got stuck in thigh-deep snow up at the top. It was a bit of an adventure. I'll link that video. I highly encourage you to watch it because it was something else. Anyway, what I came to discover was this is the Blake Gubler Road that also turns into the Blake Gubler Trail, which connects to a series of trails up in the Pine Valley Mountains. And what we're doing today is we're going to attempt to get to Signal Peak via the Blake Gubler Trail. So we're trying to get up here right now. Whether we make it or not remains to be seen. I don't know if we're gonna run into any snow. We're in early June and we had a lot of snow this past winter. There still may be snow and we may not be able to get through, but then again, maybe we will. I don't know. We'll see. There's two ways to get up here. We're coming from the west. You can also come from the south through the Dixie National Forest, past the Yellow Knolls area. Whoa, that looks pretty gnarly right there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hope I don't get stuck. Let's have a look. Okay, the Toyota's getting up this. Okay. Anyway, so there's two ways to get up to this trailhead. The other way, coming in from the south, is a very steep and narrow road. Yeah, I mean, you could do it. Oof. Is that the exhaust? And yeah, you could do it. Just be careful. Anyway, I don't know how much farther we have, but as we're getting higher and higher, we may run into snow. So we'll keep you updated and hopefully we can make it to the trailhead. So join us for the adventure, and if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps us out tremendously. Well, the road getting to the trail is pretty gnarly. I imagine the trail is just fine though. Oh no, there's a rabbit in the road. She's gonna lose her shit. Okay, she didn't jump out the vehicle. Here's some great view of the Pine Valleys in front of us. Well, I'm actually a little surprised. At this point, I thought we'd be seeing some type of moisture, but the road's dry, so I don't think we're gonna run into snow. We still got to go a little higher up, but I think we might be able to get to the trailhead without getting caught in a drift. Or I don't think there's going to be any more snow left. It might have. There's no running water at this point. When I was coming down a couple months ago, this was just, you remember, see all the video. It was an absolute muddy, snowy nightmare. So it's looking completely dry right now. That's good news. So I have no idea what the trail's like, conditions. I don't know if it's maintained, if we're gonna have to route find. I literally know nothing about this. However, I do know that it does connect up top because we've seen it.
Yeah.
Now going to Burger Peak, so it exists. And it's early in the season, so if it were to be maintained, I don't know, maybe, yeah, who knows? We're gonna find out though. Hey, Jen?
Yeah.
It's beautiful up here though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
hear that?
Those are weird. That's weird.
It's insects.
Yeah.
Listen to that.
Weird.
Cicadas, maybe?
Maybe, that's what I was thinking.
So referencing that video I mentioned where I came through here in the snow on a motorcycle, I'm now passing through an area to my right. I had to ride through this sage field because in front of me, this whole area was probably waist deep covered in snow. And if I had come through here, I would have sunk the bike and I would have had to walk out. It would have been, I had broken ribs at the time too. Huh. Yeah, this whole thing was covered in snow right here. It was part of the road. We may not be able to summit. There might be too much snow up there. I think, what is it? Signal Peak's 10,300 feet, I believe. It's the highest peak in the Pine Valley Mountains. It still may be too deep. We do have the puppy with us, so yeah, you know, this is step-by-step trip today, isn't it, Jen?
Yeah.
Made it.
We're here?
Yeah, this is the trail right here. Wow, that was quick, huh?
Wow, yeah.
Sweet. Okay, so if you're not familiar where we are, we're in southwestern Utah. We're in the Pine Valley Mountains. Signal Peak is the highest point in the Pine Valley Mountains. It's a beautiful area. When it's really hot in St. George, we come up here to get out of the heat. So we are definitely at the correct spot at the trailhead, Blake Gubler trailhead. There was signage here, but it's been ripped off. So we are at right now we're starting at about 7,000 feet, so that's our pretty much our elevation at the trailhead. So we got about, I don't know, 3,500 feet of elevation gain to make it to summit, if we do indeed make it to summit. So we have no idea what we're going to run into. It's early June right now, like I mentioned, so it's nice and cool up here, and it's only going to get colder. And yeah, so here we are. Are you excited?
Let's do it. Yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm looking at the trail, and this looks like it gets very steep for a section till we get up top, but it looks like it's a shorter distance than coming from the south. I'm sorry, coming from the north. I've never done it from the south. So yeah, well, we'll continue and report what we run into. All right, we have begun. Look at that view, Jen. Yeah. That is what we got to climb up.
Can't wait to see it.
Right in front of us. Ooh. Check out that view. Nice. We already got a great view. Do we really need to go to the top? Yeah. Well, one thing to note, you take this route, you'll be exposed until you get into the trees up top. So come out here in the middle of summer, I'd start as early as possible, because it'll be a hot walk up and it'll be a hot walk down. Yeah. Luckily we got a little cloud cover. We got up here about 9 a.m. so a little later than what we wanted, but it's all right. But those clouds are helping us out, and it's kind of been the norm lately about the storms building every afternoon. So no weather is forecasted, but we all know how that goes. So we did bring all the necessary equipment, rain gear that is, in case you run into something. Great views looking west on the walk up. This is a fantastic trail.
Yeah.
We're not getting very far right now because we keep stopping and taking photos. It's so awesome right here, the landscape, isn't it? It is. It's just incredible. So both Jen and I are carrying about a gallon of water each. I guess we could expect to run into water this time of year with the amount of snow that was melting, so it's reasonable to bring a filter, but we're still packing like we're not running into water, because I didn't notice any springs on this particular route. There's a spring coming from the south, I'm sorry, once again from the north, if you were to hike up, which I've done multiple times. This way I don't know, so best just to carry plenty of water in case. Those views. Fantastic. Hey, I don't know if the camera's picking up the phone too well, but the arrow is us. So we've got some pretty steep climbing ahead of us for the next, for the foreseeable future, before we meet up with the trail here. It's the Forsyth Trail is what we're connecting to. So we're about to, well, we're almost on the precipice of grind, babe.
That's right.
Here we go. It bears mentioning again, this is an exposed trail, meaning that there's no shade. You're in full sunlight the minute you start until you get up into the trees around the Forsyth Trail. So you bear that in mind if you're going to come out here and do that, do this, that is, because it can get really hot out here. Man, this particular area is fantastic. You can only get so far because we have to stop. I feel like we're in a science fiction film, you know? Man, this is intense. Don't even need to go to the peak. This is good enough. This is crazy. Fantastic area. It's intermittently marked with cairns. So there is some spots that you need a little route finding, but that's just because it's overgrown. But there's still a navigable trail. When you say, Jen?
90% of the time.
Yeah, and there's a cairn here, there's a cairn down there. You just gotta take a minute and kind of look around. It's better to have a track too, but at the same token, coming through here at night without a track, it'd be easy to get turned around, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, all right, looks like our trail just kind of goes off. Up and up we go.
Ooh, so good.
And a little bit of snow right there still, not much. That's there. Imagine we might see a little more than that once we get up and over into the forest. Who knows? Terrible views the whole way up, huh?
Just awful.
Oh, man. All right, we've reached that saddle, huh?
Yeah.
So now we're heading off into the forest. That sounds awesome. Love the wind in the trees. It's nice and cool. Beautiful up here, huh? Mm-hmm. The clouds are, I don't know, maybe not. Maybe we won't get any weather.
I hope we do.
You hope we do?
Yeah.
Okay. So we should be connecting with the Forsyth Trail. What it looked like to you, maybe a mile and a half or so? It's not that much farther, but we're off in this direction. I'm suspecting it's going to look like this, Jen. That's our trail in front of us. Can you make it out? Boy, that's some thick forest, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes, indeed. All right, so I just checked our map and we just crossed 8,600 feet. So we still got 2,000 more feet to go. What is it? 10,300 or 10,600?
I think it's 10,369 maybe.
Close. Can already feel my head a little swimming a little bit. How about you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh. What's that? Ooh, all right, we found our agua. Come on, drink up, peeps. That's a lot of water coming down.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised we haven't got into the bugs too bad.
Yeah.
They haven't been bad at all. Maybe we're just hitting this at the right time. A couple more weeks if it gets a little warmer. Mosquitoes are gonna be bad up here. And our trail is completely saturated. Wow. There's all that snow coming down. There we go. Just little chunks of snow. Whew. All right. Well, if it's looking like this at almost 9,000 feet, I don't know what we're going to see at 10,000. How far are we on?
4 miles.
Feels like it.
Yeah.
So the trail's a little overgrown through this part, not bad, but right there, I mean, directly across us, as the crow flies, is the Forsyth Trail.
Should we just go walk through that to it?
Oh, indeed. That sounds good.
I'm sure it'd be much quicker.
Yeah. It's a bit of a jungle out there. All right, so we're kind of inching up the remaining bits of the Blake Gubler Trail. Is it Gubler or Gubler?
Gubler.
Gubler, okay. But yeah, going pretty well, I'd say, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's great.
All right, we just hit 9,000 feet. We got 1,300 feet to go to summit. I can definitely, yeah, once I get 10,000 feet, my body's like, yep, we're there.
Yeah, I can feel it now too. Just a little dizzy.
Yep. What's the elevation down St. George?
About 3,000.
Yeah, so it's definitely a good bit cooler up here. Look at that. More and more snow. Wonder if we're gonna be post holing. So I don't know if the camera can make it out, but it's all covered in snow in there. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to, that's where our trail is. We might not have a trail. Gives you any idea. Here. Back up a little bit. That's, what, waist deep?
Yeah.
Right there? Yeah. We still got 1,300 feet to go. Deadfall's getting pretty thick, ain't it? Well, we're almost to the Forsyth Trail, and as you can see, it's getting a little thick back here. It's not the snow, it's the deadfall. We're now in drifts, what's remaining, waist to chest deep snow. And we still have 1,300 feet of elevation gain to go. So we're almost, like I said, to the Forsyth Trail. So we're gonna go that far and have a look, at least get something to eat. But I don't know if we'll push farther than that, to be honest with you. It's pretty gnarly back here, isn't it? Well, we had a brief reprieve, but that's what we're going into. There's our trail. That looks like a shit show.
Sure does.
What was that, Jen?
I'm pretty sure we're not gonna make the summit today.
It's bad. Woo! Look at that. So our connection, Forsyth Trail, is, I don't know, it's 1,000 feet that away. Not far, but going through all this,
Yeah.
I don't think it's attainable. I mean, it might be, but it would take us hours of crawling and dodging and post holing.
Yeah. We
And
would have needed sticks and.
yeah, we didn't bring. Oh man, the deadfall is, look at this, it is just totally trashed up here. All that snow just brought everything down. I don't even, it's easy for the pup. We at least want to make Forsyth Trail at this point. Whew, man. Well, I thought we were grinding before, but man, it is a mess back here. Oh man, it's early. All right, well, there's our sign. We have made it to the Forsyth Trail. Well done. Whew. Very nice. There you go. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Nice.
Blake Gubler bagged.
Yeah. So that's the Blake Gubler Trail. Hey, at least you got a view of that. That was a fantastic trail.
It's way cool.
Yeah, remote, beautiful views. I mean, there's some strenuous parts.
That last 500 feet.
Yeah, that's a fantastic walk, man. So from this point, you could continue, of course, what we were thinking originally, but I think we're gonna get shut down, Jen.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like this right here. Up there is gonna be worse.
Yeah, another 1,200 feet.
Yeah. So we may call it right here. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it's not that big of a deal. It's just awesome to be out here regardless. Yeah. However, you could continue on. This will take you to Burger Peak, Signal Peak, and beyond. You can continue down the Pine Valley Mountains on this trail. I mean, for miles and miles and miles. So, and then heading this way, which we've done prior, this will drop you into the Pine Valley. So, limitless.
Exactly.
Yep, lots of opportunities and choices out here. So I am pretty stoked with Blake Gubler Trail. That was banging.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. Well, we're gonna eat. You got bit by something?
I did, right there.
Skeeters.
Hurts.
Yep. Yeah, like I said, I don't think the camera can see, but in the distance up top, that's where the trail leads, and it is completely covered in snow.
Yeah.
We're not getting up that because we have to get up that, and then we have to head east, and it's just, and starting right here, it's already, I'll walk it down for a second. Look at this. Totally covered from this point on. Oh. Yeah, totally covered. Oh, well, at least we got to see the Blake Gubler Trail.
Yeah, we did.
That was banging. But it's, no. Nope. I guess we could walk it with the track. We could stay on trail, you know. But I don't know. Snow's covering stuff like this. Your leg goes through and you fall over.
My feet are getting wet too.
Yeah, this isn't ideal. It's just, yep. Gonna be a few more weeks.
It's all right. We've been up there before, and we will be up there again.
Absolutely. Making snow angels in June.
Ooh, that's cold.
Are you refreshed? I'm gonna have to do some jumping jacks. It's waist deep right here. What do you think it looks like 1,000 feet higher? Good Lord. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be July before you can get up there.
Yeah.
Oh man. So we did 5 miles and just at 4 hours to get up at this point.
Yeah, a little under 4.
Yeah. I think we ran into snow. Wait, we started at 7,000 feet, I believe. And we're just over 9,000 now. I think we're at 92. So, what, a little over 2,000 feet of elevation gain. And we started getting into snow at, was it 8,600 feet?
Yeah.
And at this altitude, at what, 9,000, 9,200? Well, we're just right over there. It's impassable.
No longer just a skiff.
Yeah. Yep. And completely covered up top there. Early June. Now there'll be plenty of water up here all summer long. Yep. Into the fall, I would presume. All right, well, I guess we're going to head back the way we came. Blake Gubler. right, we are to the halfway point of making it back to the truck. We're back out in this stuff here, which is phenomenal. It's just crazy rock formations. Yeah. This is the highlight of it right here. This is absolutely worth the hike regardless, even if we didn't make summit. So I guess that's going to be a wrap. Blake Gubler, if you're in southwestern Utah and you want a bit of a challenge, this is more remote, I'd say, just getting here.
Oh yeah.
You'll need a high clearance 4-wheel drive, and then the hike itself, round trip, 10 miles, right? At least to the junction. However, if you do get to the Forsyth Trail, you can easily bag Burger Peak and Signal Peak, the two highest points in the Pine Valley Mountains. That is, of course, when they're not buried in snow. So there you have it, folks. Great hike, beautiful, early June, fantastic weather. I don't know, absolutely worth it. Yeah. Any final thoughts for you, Jen?
If you want just a half day, or just come to this point, it's about 2.5 miles, and it wasn't too bad getting here. We did have that one section of route finding just below here, but yeah, this is worth it right here.
A couple spots that are a little strenuous, but other than that, you'll breathe a little. Yeah. Plenty of water, all those good things. As far as the roads to get to the trailhead, those can be, you know, depending on the season and the weather, impassable at points. So bear that in mind. Come prepared. All right. Yeah. All right, folks. Thank you very much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps us out tremendously. Lots more content on the way. Stay safe out there. We will see you next time. And we're going to leave this view for your contemplation. D-Rock out.
Jen out.
Phoenix out. Adios.